Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. Today is, gambling day. And gambling day is always a good day, actually, unless, we don't make profit. But we do make profit today because we have a Vaaling gamble today. So, today's gamble is brought to you by this sir here, the Cock Heroes, or otherwise known as Dolbai. Great support of the stream, and he was like, hey, do you mind taking these Hand of Thought and Motion and maybe convert them and then Vaal them and give me some nice profit? And I was like, sure. I don't think that we make profit, but still I'm up for it because it's gambling. So for the write-ups, we have 50 Hand of Action Wisdom Vaals by Dolbai. We have 50 Vaal Orbs, is about 75 Chaos, somewhere that range. The blessings, depending on how you can buy them, I would say usually if we just price check them right now, they are somewhere like 18, 19, 20 Chaos. And if you buy a bunch of those, they pretty much get to the 20, 21 Chaos side. So I just calculate with 20 Chaos per piece. And the 50 weapons here, they go for like 2 Chaos each. So the total amount of the gambling would be about, almost 6 Exalts, or a little bit more than 6 Exalts with today's exchange ratio, which is 190. And obviously he 3-linked them all, made them 3 colors, 20%, so we don't really count that one in, because once you start those gamblings with Vaaling something in a serious way, and not like, God, I hate this item, that's just valid, you want to see that you have your links up and so on, because otherwise you need to do them with the crafting bench and just pay more than actually needed. Okay, so how does this work? First of all, we're gonna use our, I'm going to make one example so you see how this works. We have here a Hand of Thought and Motion. Then we go add a blessing, and it turns into the Hand of Wisdom and Action. So this weapon is specifically, I think, like these CI Jack HoWA Molten Strike. I don't know, like I've never played a HoWA build before, so the only thing I know is that the percentage of dexterity and intelligence is important, right? So these are the 2 numbers here. Here we have 9 and 12. 12 is actually good. So all those weapons have 46 life gained for each enemy hit by your attacks. So we're gonna Vaal them, and we actually can get something like this if it actually Vaals, So not like rips or be unchanged. So here we have a list that can actually spawn on those. So all of these are, I think they drop on, holy shit, I don't know. I think, wait, it's a Blessing of Ash. So they drop at Ash, I guess. So makes sense. So whatever we have here, I think there is like 3 very good implicits that we can actually hit. One will be the increased attack speed roll. So if we're gonna check here, I have to manually price check every Corrupted Claw implicit later on to see an actual price. But if we would just take the attack speed one, I prepared one here. So this is an implicit with attack speed. Yes, they started 7 Exalts, but with the poorest rolls here. So what you want to have is a high percentage of intelligence and dexterity and attack speed. If we scroll down here, the higher the price, the better the rolls are. They are still pretty bad. Here we have 11-8, here we have 10-10. I only found one single with a 12-12 with a perfect implicit, and this is a mirror. So I don't think that he's getting a mirror for that, but I guess since the higher ones go for about 20 Exalts, somewhere at that range, I think intelligence is what you need. I'm not really sure about that. I can't really give an opinion about that. But since we get flat lightning damage, per intelligence should be pretty accurate. So I would assume if you really have a 12-12 with attack speed, you can pretty much get like a 50 Exalts or something like that, or somewhere at that range. So we're gonna just make the first Vaal Orb here and see what happens, and we have flat fire damage. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take this one now, and we're gonna write it down every single one. So this is a ripped one, this is unchanged, obviously, they go for like 7 Chaos, and here would be the first one that has actually an implicit. So we're gonna just put them all away, and then later on we're gonna price check to see the final result, if it's actually worth to, spend a good 1,000 Chaos to buy all these and try to get something good out of it. I hope you will enjoy this kind of video, and I think we are ready to go, I would say. So, first of all, I think we're just gonna turn everything into the Hand of Wisdom. and see if we actually get a 12-12. 10-12, 12-10, 12-10. I don't know. 8 something, 9-9. We have 10-10. 11-11 is pretty good. Do we actually get a single 12-12? That would be insane. Because this is the one we're gonna obviously Vaal in the end, because this could be the very insane jackpot right here. So, doesn't look like it right now. We have a couple of 12-10, 12-11. This one is pretty much the best for now. But that would be actually not cool at all if we don't get a 12-12. But it's still like... It is actually still... Oh, here we go. Sorry. I'm sorry. Here we go. 12-12. We could actually divine all of those, but I don't think it's like... If you really Vaal them in a bulk, you know... You don't really care, because to getting all 50 to 12-12 should take quite insane amounts of, yeah, Divine Orbs. We can try that once. I have like 6 Divine Orbs here. Let's check. If we're just gonna take one that has like very bad... Some on the lower stages, maybe like double 9-12, 9-8 for example. So let's see. Yeah, okay. So... You can pretty much count in about, I don't know, like 10 to 15 Divine Orbs each piece, so that's going to be very, very expensive. Okay, so we made this now. Let's just take this to the bottom side here, and this one here. Okay, this is the first Vaal. So, I think we're just gonna freaking Vaal them all away, and then we're gonna check what's going up. Or at least, we can actually just do them one by one. Okay, nothing happened. Oh wait, a white socket, but I don't think this is any kind of necessary, you know. So, we have one rip. I think we're just gonna do one row and then check. So one is unchanged, one is ripped. What has attack speed? Hey, that's not bad. So this is about 15 exalts already. Hey, we already made profit. Hey, dude, we already made profit. Holy moly. Wait a second. If we just gonna take like, okay, let's just pretend the cheapest one. You know, that's 7 exalts with an attack speed. So mine is actually better. It has 11-9. So that's actually pretty good. I would say about, yeah, 15 exalts. The whole gambling cost 6 exalts. So basically, profit. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching, and see ya on the next video. Nah, I'm just kidding. We're just gonna keep on going. Holy moly, that's actually good. Okay, so okay, I wasn't expecting that. So we have another ripped one over here. Let's put the ripped ones on the top side. Then we have nothing changed, nothing changed, nothing changed, or at least like white sockets. So basically, we have here. If we put the first one away, we have 2 rips, 3 unchanged, and 1 poggers, right? Okay. So, let's go for the next row. I already can say that this is unchanged, this is unchanged, this is ripped. Okay, let's see. Okay, this one is unchanged, this is ripped. So, I think we're just gonna put the ripped ones on the top side. Then we have ripped, ripped, unchanged. That means ripped, ripped. Unchanged is here. Then we have a ripped one. Here is one more. So we have 3 rips and actually 3... No, wait a minute. We have 4 rips. That's bad. 4 rips and 2 unchanged, basically. So, it's 4 rips and 2 unchanged. Makes it 12. 6. Alright. I'm not really up to check all of these claws if they are actually good or not, because in the end, this is what we want, right? So, let's go for the next row and see what we get here. This is unchanged, 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 unchanged. Block attack damage while dual wielding. I don't really think this is any valuable at all. Because what I think, you have a shield and a Hand of Wisdom, so I don't think that you dual wielding Hand of Wisdom, but I'm no idea. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 unchanged ones. And 1 POC. So, 10, 2. Makes it 18. Okay, we're good. So, let's go for the next row and let's see what's happening here. We have unchanged, unchanged, multiplier. That could be something. I don't even know if these are crit builds or not. No dear. 3 white sockets. This could be a little bit, but it's still unchanged, unchanged, unchanged. So, makes it 5 times unchanged. And 1 time the POC. But 3 white is actually quite funny, to be honest. But I don't really think that just because it's 3 white sockets they sell for more. Because the base stats, it's 8 and 9%. It's, yeah, shitty. Okay, let's go with the next roll. And this is power charge on critical strike. That's a rip. Another rip. Unchanged. So 3 rips. Makes it 9. 3 rips. Then we have unchanged. We had 2. Makes it 17. And we had 1 of these. Makes it 30. This was row number 5. So 5 times 6 is 30. Okay, we're good. Check. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have unchanged, 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 and unchanged. Wow, that's cool. Makes it 6 unchanged. Not bad. They are like 7 chaos in the process, right? Okay, we are up to the last side, and this is... Wait a second. We can actually count this one in as already, so let's make it 1 POC here. Okay, I would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where is the 12, 12? Here is the 12, 12. This is the last one for sure. Okay, here we have... Oh, another attack speed with a 10, 12 roll. Holy shit. That's good. Like, both of the attack speed ones have actually pretty decent rolls on that. That's like 10, 12, and this one is a 9, 11. So that's actually not too bad at all. That's amazing. Holy shit. Okay, 6... Oh, that's some profit. Unchanged, unchanged, multiplier again. That's a rip, that's a rip. Oh shit, how am I going to do this? Wait a second. Unchanged, rip. Yeah, so, let's see. Unchanged we have over here. This is unchanged, unchanged, this is a rip. This is a rip, this is unchanged, or at least like white sockets, whatever, right? And these 4 are rips. Okay, so let's add 4 rips, makes it 13. Then we have 6 unchanged, makes it 29. And then we have 1 that has a multiplier, right? So we have 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, sounds good. So we have one last thing, and this is the only perfect... Or at least perfect in terms of 12-12. Yeah, Hand of Wisdom. If this one would roll 7 attack speed, holy shit. Okay, I got a white socket. Anyways, so that still could sell for quite more than the average, but I'm not gonna count this one in at the moment. Because if you just go for 12-12, it's 1x, you know? 12-12 flat is 1x. So... That wouldn't be true if I say like, okay, every unchanged one is 7-7, because the higher the stats, the more you get. I would say basically we should get this one up to like, let's say 15 chaos, because some of the rolls are pretty decent. It's just like if you have an 8-8 unchanged like this one here, this is worth nothing, you know. This is worth 7 chaos if you can get it. Better put it for 6 chaos that it actually sells, you know. So, but we still have some that have quite some higher rolls here, like a 12-8, for example, depending on what you want. But I would say like 15 should be fine. So, that was the last one, right? So, I'll make it 30. Okay, we did all of those. So, let's check all the, attack speed ones. I don't really know how I can actually check them. I think I just have to put them up from my mind. Like, both are like decently rolled, I would say, with attack speed. So if we're gonna check these here, like 10, we have more. 11, 12 is actually a pretty good example, like 8x, then we have 9, 8. It depends. I have no idea if the 7%, and we have here like 6% and 5%, I think. I would say let's just do like 15x for both, okay? Let's just... I know that you will get more out of that because the rolls are not bad. But I will just count in like 7.5x per piece because the cheapest one at the market, which is obviously bad, but I don't want to get like too high, but in the end, like, let's say 10x per each, right? Holy shit, let's just take like 10x each, so these would be those two. Sorry if I'm wrong at that point. So we have 2 times the multiplier, I think. Yeah, 2 times multiplier, 1 even with a perfect roll over here. So if you're gonna check... The Hand of Wisdom with a multiplier, we have about 20, 80, and 1x. I don't think... That's why I don't really know, you know. If I don't know any kind of HoWA build, so I can't really say, hey, they need crits, they need that and that and that. But since attack speed should be the most valuable one on these ones, I don't think that there is crit builds out there. So I don't... Let's just say 50 chaos each. So let's do 100 chaos. Although, if you know HoWA builds and you're like, hey, wait a second, it's not a crit build, multiplier is completely useless, I would rather take the non-changed implicit, then yeah, I'm sorry about that. Okay, here we have power charge on critical strike, the same question more or less. If you're crit, then fine. If not, okay, so they are 10 chaos. So basically, it's a ripped one. Let's just count it into the ripped ones. I would definitely say, yeah, anyways, let's call them to the ripped ones. If the power charge is not worth anything, those shouldn't be either. So let's see, flat fire damage, we have about 20 chaos, and here we have the block chance, what I don't think is any value. And we got to 10 chaos. So basically, let's throw everything into this one. Because, like, if you count in, like, 100 chaos plus or minus, like, who gives a shit, right? So let's just make this one to 40. Actually, 37. And this one would probably end up 0, so we... No, wait, this is 2. This is 35, sorry. So, these are the 2 with attack speed rolls that would probably sell both for 20x. And here we have the end result. So let's just say the 20 multiplied by 190, which is today's Exalt ratio. So we can basically add this one with the ones here, and we have like 4,000 chaos made. So let's do this one minus the stuff that we spent, which is freaking 3,150 chaos orbs profit. That would be 16 Exalts is actually the profit here. Holy shit. I know what I'm going to do later. I need to buy a couple of those because they are actually insane. So yeah, that's like, how long did we make this video now? Like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and we made like 16 Exalts in 15 minutes. Do you know any better strategy to make a currency? I don't think so. So thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching, and see ya on the next video.